A lot of people say in the end, it all comes down to you, the consumer, the shopper. What you do in the days ahead, what you do this holiday season. Let's get a read on that and what you are telling us. So former JCPenney chairman and CEO Allen Questrom. Allen, what do you think of that and the mood of the consumer, obviously backing away from buying autos, backing away at least when it comes to buying homes, existing or new, that there might be beneath the surface a retrenchment going on. Do you buy that?
Well, I actually think that we probably having a pretty good month in October. We did not have a good August. I think it got better in September. And listening to Amex numbers came out. That sounds like people are out shopping, so that's good news.
You're talking about American Express, right?
American Express, I said, yeah. I think that is a good indicator. I do think it's a positive attitude. I think there's a lot of uncertainty in the market as it relates to the stock market because of what's going on in the tariffs and also waiting to see what's going to happen on the election. And I certainly think that's causing people to have a little hesitation. But I believe that the consumer, we have a great economy in the United States. It's probably the only great economy out there. So I think that some of the things that have happened in the last couple of years have really made the customer feel a lot better about herself and what the future is. So I really believe there's a much better attitude than sometimes you hear in the press with the customer.
Well, good for you. Yeah, Allen, when you were running JCPenney, you had to look at a lot of data points and everything else, and I know you were, on every single store in operation. What did you pay more attention to? What did you follow? In other words, if there was a housing downdraft, did you ever look at that and say, it could happen to us?
Well, the housing downdraft is symptomatic of, as somebody just said, on higher prices, higher interest rates going up, and higher prices on homes. And one has to be concerned with the tariffs that the prices at the retail will start to go up. And it doesn't always affect you early on, but sooner or later, when you get 3, 4, 5, 6% increases, which are going to be caused by some of the tariff changes, that's going to affect how customers buy. And I think that is the thing we always concern. I always think most importantly is how are my sales doing? Because that tells me what's going on with my customer. But how are my competitors doing? If my sales are down and they're doing well, that means I'm doing all things wrong. If we're all starting to soften, that means that there's a consumer withdrawal, and I think that's our concern. We have to stimulate the customer. I think you got a lot of reports coming out next week on earnings. I think they're going to all generally be very, very good. But the question is what's going to be in the future, and the uncertainty still it's going to take 2 or 3 weeks before the election, and then you got to see if we can ever come to resolution on this tariff thing. But the tariffs will affect the prices. Certainly, I think affecting the prices of cars. I think it's going to certainly affect other things, and home prices are certainly going up because people have bumped up the prices. But interest rates now, as they go up and high prices, you're going to have to see people take markdowns on existing homes.
A lot of companies have already cited those tariffs and the trade tension. Walmart chief among them saying, price going up, it's going to hit us into the holidays. And I'm wondering whether that's just a pre-excuse or just grab something early and say if things don't work out, we warned you. What do you think?
Well, I think that Walmart and anybody has to try to tell you what they think the future is going to be. They're going to work towards making that more positive. Nobody wants to tell you you're going to be 10 and then you get 6 because you really get dipped. I think it's true. I think that Walmart has a lot of imports, as most retailers do today. And I think that is not something I think they want. This is like weather. There's always something that could cause that thing. But I think if you see a slowdown, most of it's going to be, if it's broad-based, not if it's one store, but if it's broad-based, it's because the customer is reacting to some of these factors.
All right. Have a great weekend. Thank you very, very much.
Always nice to see you, Neil.